I was always a sniper, and because I loved the laser rifle in that game.
So tell me a little bit about Tribes. I mean, I kind of know about it in theory, but I don't really know about it.
So it's team-based combat, but the cool thing about it is that it's huge and it's open world and it's all about mobility. It was one of the first games, I think, to have vehicles in multiplayer games that you could load team members onto to transport them across the map, or you had solo vehicles, and which were really hard to fly. I never actually did it. One of the reasons why I loved being the sniper class is because one of the things you had to have was your energy pack, and the energy pack would allow you to use your jetpack for a lot further and recharge faster. But anyway, so it's all about mobility, but it was also about customization, because you could go with light, medium, or heavy armor, and then depending on the kind of armor that you chose, you could then deck out your gear in different types of weapons, like different numbers of weapons and different types of weapons. And if you're on a really coordinated team, you could do things like take a mobile base out, deploy the mobile base, which had an inventory station on it that people could fly back to recharge their health instantly, reload their ammo, and then get back out in the battlefield. You could deploy mobile sensor disruptor things, because if you were on a map and you were moving around, then you would show up on people's radar. But so it would be incumbent on somebody who was on a good team to intelligently place sensor disruptors around. But you could also place mobile sensor expanders, I guess, whatever you want to call them, and so you could see people coming from really far off, and you would know where they were, because if somebody actually was in the distance, you could still see them, because you could put your view distance as far out as your computer could fucking handle, and so if you happen to be able to catch a pixel, then you could see somebody and you could actually shoot them with the naked eye. But if you had sensors placed out there, then they'd have a triangle over their head, which you could always look to spot. And it was also the only game that I've known of that supported, supposedly, up to 256 players in a single game.
Take that, Resistance 2.
I never actually saw that work. I got into a couple
so it's kind of theoretical. Like you can link up 128 USB items to a single hub, but not really.
Right.
It was a massive action game, I think it was supposed to do
massive
that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And so I went into the... and you always had you always had a red versus blue base or whatever, and it was always about how many people could get into the other people's base, set up mobile turrets, set up mobile inventory stations, and then spawn camp the fuck out of them.
Nice.
It was goddamn epic. I to this day it's still up until a couple